Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Big House. Assembled here today to cheer on the Wolverines, already chanting, "Go Blue." This is not a normal matchup. Two teams ranked in the top 10, colliding right here in the middle of the season, trying to make a strong statement. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 9 team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. And the Nittany Lions will kick this deep to start us off. Long kickoff, no chance for a return. It'll be a touchback. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Here's the handoff. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
This is a risky call by the offense. A lot of times you'll see these plays get blown up, but not here. The receiver turns on the jets and makes a big play downfield for a nice chunk of yards.
On the double.
That's solid run, good for first down yardage.
Lasso!
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Hand off to the back. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense?
Fire!
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Ready?
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's picked off in the end zone. He's got some room and some blockers here.
Chris, you have all week to kind of find the matchups that you want. They clearly wanted to go after this defensive back. They looked at it first drive of the game. They make the throw. It's just a poor decision, in my opinion, by this quarterback, and it cost him.
On the set.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Okay, ready?
After the loss on first down, it's second and long from the 22.
Set. Hut. Ready?
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Breaking free at the 35. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Got it.
First down here for this offense. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Breaking free at midfield. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back as good as we've seen all year with the ability to accelerate through the hole. Positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
The Nittany Lions starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Second down play coming up for this offense. As a design quarterback keeper. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker. The Nittany Lions will come to the line to crank up the tempo. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Knocks that one right down the middle. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Offense comes back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They're going to run it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside. Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete. Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play. And the returner will be brought down. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. The last drive produced 3 points thanks to an excellent long-range field goal.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
On the double.
2nd down play coming up.
Get set. Get set.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Running back grabs it on a screen. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Ready, ready. Ready.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play.
Igloo. Igloo.
Takes the ball, tries the right side here. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down. And the Nittany Lions looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Defense looking to dial up some pressure here. Offense will keep it on the ground here. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. See what that's about. Will that holding penalty be a drive killer?
On the set.
2nd down after that previous play.
Green 25.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that,
ready?
it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
The Nittany Lions are looking to keep this drive going. Short throw to the back, caught behind the line of scrimmage. They've got him, but that completion good enough for 1st down yardage. Offense operating at high tempo now, no huddle. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Got it. Here we go. Alert, alert.
Heading left after the handoff. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now. The Nittany Lions looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal.
Ready, go.
On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, it is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
Ready.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. That's a design quarterback keeper. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2. And the Nittany Lions will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. And looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, great stop here by this defense to bring us to 4th down and decision time for the head coach. You go the easy route with a field goal, or this close to the goal line, you take a chance and try to get that touchdown.
Fourth and goal from the 2. Can this defense come up with a huge stop? And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
Chris, how about this? The offensive coordinator decides to run the quarterback on a design run to try to catch the defense napping, but the defense was not having it at all. Waiting for that play to be run, comes up with a nice stop to get the ball back.
The pass rush closing in. But this one is broken up, falls incomplete.
Chris, you see what happens when you try to squeeze it into double coverage. An incompletion's probably the best result he could have hoped for, because an interception is the most likely outcome when you're throwing the ball into the crowd.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Backed up at the 1, he's going to throw it. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. And they get him down after the completion. How aggressive is this play call? Backed up here on 3rd down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Not much on the return, but the pick will set up the offense at the 35. And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. Last possession, they were stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost them anything. And they put together something here. Finding some room at the 25. Tackle made at the 21. This offense in great scoring position now.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game, because that was a big-time game.
On the ready?
1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? An inside give now from the shotgun. Got space looking for the end zone here. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
And the extra point gives them a double-digit lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Turn starts inside the 15. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. Here comes a handoff.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
Here comes more big guys on the field. The offense going very heavy. Now the defense appeared to jump before the snap, and the flag comes out. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Important 2nd down play coming up.
Griffin. Easy.
Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. The sophomore able to get home with the sack. They finally come up with their first sack of the game. Do it by blitzing the DB.
Love to see the secondary get involved. I know it's a bit of a risk. You play some man coverage behind it, but you can see how dangerous it can be when you decide to bring these defensive backs because of their speed and how quickly they can get to the quarterback.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack because right now, this isn't working.
And the back now goes in motion. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, the offensive coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. Let's see if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the second half.
Offense getting set. It's second down.
Come on, set.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, this is great execution here. First down. I think in a process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. We'll see if the offense can overcome that sack. 2nd and long. Pre-snap motion from the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Crosses the 30. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. The Nittany Lions come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Second down, we're going to throw it. And it's incomplete. Just 5 seconds left on the clock now.
Well, Chris, I can tell you as a quarterback, there's nothing more frustrating than a big defensive lineman who's good at swatting the ball. Because if they don't do it, oftentimes you got an open receiver and a completion.
Looks like the final play of the half coming up. Reverse. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
That's playing to the echo of the whistle here in this first half. They just keep pouring it on. Why not just continue to be aggressive? It's worked out so far for them. What a big lead they've worked up now here in this first half.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the extra point is good. It's 17-0. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick this deep to begin the second half. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. They've really built momentum in this. For the stop here. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Takes the handoff and he'll head left. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
One of those critical 3rd down plays coming up. That's a design quarterback keeper. Running past the 45. Tackle made after a big gain. And Nittany Lions come up to the line in the hurry-up.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big 3rd down. Know what you need to do. Get the first down. Continue to hold on to that lead. Continue to work clock.
The catch is made inside the 10. Touchdown, Penn State. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Wideout's now clustered. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. They pressure him and sack him. He'll be tackled inside the 10.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Well, that covers almost the entire length of the field. What a play by this offense. A nice throw, but really it's about the receiver making the catch and showing you what he can do with the ball after.
Now the important point after attempt. They make the extra point, cutting the lead to 24-7. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field.
6-9-1, get ready.
Ball handed off. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the single back takes the handoff. The gain is good enough for a first down near the 38.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. But I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Flip it.
He'll hand it off. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Here's the second down play.
Set. Ready, go.
And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And he never had a chance tackled in the backfield.
How about the discipline of this defense here on second down? You're anticipating a pass. They've got pretty much everybody covered. And then once the back has the ball, how about the speed to be able to bring him down? Now it's third down.
Ready up.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long.
Green 25. Go.
Handoff here from the shotgun. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. And the Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. Looking to flip the field here. The returner is brought down. There is a flag on the field, so we'll check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage.
Okay.
Offense gets a second chance after the roughing the punter penalty.
Lasso.
And the tailback's got it again. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
On the ready.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down.
Spider. On.
Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Looking to set up a screen pass here. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
On the
So here we
double.
go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down.
Let's go. Ready, ready.
And the runner takes off to his right. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. The Nittany Lions hustle to the line to run the hurry out.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9.
You're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the fourth quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job of eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the fourth quarter.
Ready,
The
ready.
Nittany Lions will line up now. It's first and goal.
Slab. Ready.
First and goal, handoff. And he's finally tackled out at the 2-yard line. Solid first down gain sets the ball up close to the goal line. And they finish it off here on second and goal. And the wideout goes in motion. Trying to find the end zone off the right side. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. So the offense flexing here, Kirk, and stretching their lead here in the second half.
Now, that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the second half.
They're setting out to try the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. That one sails out of the back of the end zone at the touchback.
Ready.
And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field.
Here we go.
They'll run it here. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. But that right there, that's what they've been looking for all game.
Okay, ready?
Getting set. Here's second down.
Cobra.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Trying to extend the play. Short throw complete to the tight end. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball to 44.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
On the run here. Lets it go. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Oh, it's a reverse. The pickup is 6 yards, so third down and 4 now. The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. And the Wolverines come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. That's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10?
Easy.
Oh, here comes the reverse. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Hey, where's that been the whole game? That's actually a nice run. It has been a tough day for this offense, but you know what? You love to see the offensive line and the running back still out there competing, trying to show the coaches that they're not worried about the score. They're going to go out and show their competitive spirit, and hopefully that'll help them down the road.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Pass caught. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. That's the kind of execution that's built on the practice field for a very precise pitch and catch for a touchdown.
You know, when we were out of practice, one thing that really stood out to me about this receiver was his ability to separate with his route running ability. You could see that right there on game day and how that shows up for a touchdown.
The offense still out there. They're going for 2 here.
Arrow. Down. Pilot. Go.
There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. They've got him. It's a sack. 2-point try fails, and they can't cut into the lead. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the hands seam able to recover the football. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. We come back out protecting a safe lead. What an awesome feeling to be way ahead in a big road game. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up the first down here on this next play.
the
A
ready.
gain makes it second and medium.
Cricket. Ready, ready.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
On the double.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10.
Clear. Clear.
From the gun, he looks for an open man. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. And this one is getting ugly. Kirk, you played quarterback. How about appreciating a receiver that runs his routes that precisely?
Chris, it's not just his route running. It's the chemistry between the quarterback and the receiver that really, I think, is unique. They put so much time into this in the offseason. By the time they get to Saturdays, you can close your eyes and make your throw. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready,
And
ready.
the Michigan offense back out on the field. This thing is so out of hand, all you can do now is play for a little shred of pride. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. The Wolverines will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Takes the ball and heads to the left. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And the clock winding down. They'll take a deep shot. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. And the offense will take a timeout here. 13 seconds remaining.
Boy, the defense had everybody accounted for except the running back. You could really feel the quarterback having to work through his progressions. He came off his primary, finally finds the running back, and they pick up the first down.
Glue.
First down. Looking to throw the football. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. And that's incomplete. Just 8 seconds remaining now.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Gorilla. Gorilla. Green.
They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. He makes the grab. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. And a timeout is taken. Just 2 seconds left on the clock. So now on comes the field goal unit. And a timeout is taken. Just 2 seconds left on the clock. Coach is going to take the 3 points. Here comes the field goal unit. And the kick is good. They add 3 points, but come up way short. And that's how this ends. Well, here we are, midpoint of the season, and this group is still marching along undefeated, chasing a perfect record and getting a lot of attention, Kirk, at this point.
Well, they're as good as anybody that we've seen all year long in college football. They are head